All right, here we go with leg day. I always start my leg days with sled pull and push. Pushing it here just it just works the overall legs. It gets me really warmed up. And when I pull it, it just really helps take knee pain out when I start to do, my regular workouts. But watch this. I mean, these people, the gym is, I'm not even going to dig into it. It's just pointless, man. But no respect whatsoever from people, man. It just pisses me off. So hopefully you can overcome this. But anyway, after the sled pull, so what I do is I push it down, and then you see I take a dip belt and I hook it up and I pull it. So that's what's really helping with my knee pain. But this really brings a lot of blood to the hamstrings and glutes if you do this. Next up, I call this a glute extension. I don't know what to call it, but notice how my feet are pointed all the way out. My toes are hanging off of the platform. When I pull back, I have that pad set up right underneath my hips. I don't dip over it. I don't need to. This is not a back workout. This is for your hams and glutes, specifically glutes. Notice when I come back, hips come up off the padding, my knees slightly bend, and I sit back on my hamstrings and I flex my glutes. When I go forward, I let my legs straighten out and get a nice little extension there in the hamstrings before I pull back again. And the biggest key here, I think, is, getting that knee bend when you pull back, pulling the hips up, and also having your feet pointed out. This is supersetted with lying leg curls. You could do it single leg curls, two leg curls. If you're at RAC, take that green pad that's back there on the shelf, put it under your quads. This gives you a better stretch, just feels better for the hamstrings overall. If you don't have a lying leg curl, you can do a standing or seated, or even if you don't have that, you could do a lying banded curl or seated resistance band curl. After this, we're going to go over into knees over toes. And I like to superset the knees over toes with good mornings. And good mornings here are done on a power squat machine. You can do good mornings on some hack squat machines. You could do good mornings with a barbell or resistance band. But knees over toes, you notice, I use the resistance band up top to help me get back up because all I'm doing is trying to drop blood into my knees here. But this will light up the quads. It's very good for knee pain, but again, will bring an extensive amount of blood into the quad area. Your first time doing this, it may be painful, but once you get blood into those knees, around those ligaments, tendons, things begin to change for you. And we'll do 3 sets of 15 there. And I actually didn't do the good mornings. I did the RDLs on this day. RDLs, you want to have about a shoulder width stance with your feet, so shoulder width apart. And then when I bend over, I want to begin with the hips. So I let the hips go back first, and slight bend in the knees. Keep my chest up so my back stays straight. Get as low as you can here till you feel it in your hamstrings, and then pull back up. We have 3 leg press in the gym. I like to use this composite leg press. To me, it just feels better. Again, it helps me with my knees, with generating not much pain through them. But I do have my feet low on the platform, so this targets my quads more than my hamstrings. And my feet are also probably less than shoulder width apart. But the point here is I get as deep as I can. A lot of bend in the knees there, so a lot of knee flexion before I push back up. And you don't want to lock out at the knees on every rep. That's a good way to hyperextend your knee when you start to come back down. And then we go into the squat. This is a belt squat. You can do barbell, hack, goblet, belted, whatever. But this is our belted squat. First time I've used this in quite some time. But squats, you want to get parallel or deeper. Keep your chest up. My back's straight. My chest is up here, but I hinge at the hips a little bit because I am on this. You do hold those handles when you're doing a belt squat, so I'm just driving with my legs. My back has no play in this whatsoever, so it's okay to hinge at the hips. And I didn't put in this video, I didn't put your abductor or adductor. When you're on the abductor, slide out to the end of the padding so that you really hit your glutes. You want to keep your chest up, your back straight in order to do that. And then leg extensions are also not here. But those are kind of self-explanatory. But anyways, that's it for leg day. Hope you guys enjoy. If you need to change this workout around in any way, please feel free to do so. It's okay.